Chapter 2 of Life Transformed, 6 Steps to a Future Beyond Your Imagination. Living life with intention. It is impossible for us to ever be passive observers on the sidelines of life. If we're conscious, by definition, we are creating. Gregg Braden. For years, I have heard thought leaders and mentors say, you create your reality. You must create the space and feel the feelings of it. Then it becomes so. First, you must define it, know it, feel it, identify your most must-haves, move toward it, and then it manifests in your life. It's about setting intentions for how you want your life or aspects thereof to be, and then feel the feelings associated with already having it. What you are doing is creating your perfect self, life, career, house, relationships, health, and abundance. It's all up to you. You can do anything your heart desires if you first see it, feel it, and know it is already yours. Then, with confidence and trust, you take a step in the direction of it, and the universe helps make it happen. Top-performing athletes routinely engage in intention setting and visualization exercises to ensure optimum success. They understand that to be competitive, they must visualize themselves doing their activity and feel the feelings of victory. They must see, hear, taste, smell, and feel the process through completion, the win, to properly prepare for an event. Scientists have proven that this process of personal creation exists. The field, 0-point field, or divine matrix are all names for the field of energy connecting everything, a field of all possibilities. According to Gregg Braden, it's the field of energy where our healing begins, where peace begins, where our abundance begins, where the success of our careers began, the success of our relationships. It all happens in this field of energy before it ever becomes real in our world. You are going to use this field, the divine matrix, to create a future beyond your imagination. You are utilizing 2 processes here, the divine matrix and the law of attraction, to bring about or create what you want in life. The law of attraction is the belief that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, we bring positive or negative experiences into our life. People and their thoughts are made from pure energy, and through the process of like energy attracts like energy, a person can improve their health, wealth, and personal relationships by maintaining positive thoughts about those aspects of life. The law of attraction implies that whatever you are manifesting, is outside of yourself, and you must attract it into your field. Within the divine matrix, when you are vibrating at the resonance of already having it, feeling gratitude for it, the desired object is beckoned by this vibration and becomes manifest. It starts with what is already inside your true self. The truth about using the law of attraction to manifest great things is that everyone is making things happen for themselves every day, all the time, whether they are aware of it or not. We all manifest our future through our thoughts, actions, and words. What we focus on, we get more of. The problem is most people don't realize this or know what they want. Most people focus on the problems in their life, spending their time putting out fires, thus perpetuating the issues and creating more fires. Few people take the time to sit down and figure it out. By reading this book, you've already said yes to the universe, and it is waiting for your instructions. The divine matrix or field of all potential is waiting for your information so that it can bring about that which you desire, feel, and know is already yours. Lynn McTaggart, in her book, The Intention Experiment, presents several research experiments supporting the ideas in this book. Regarding cancer research, she writes, many cases of spontaneous remission seem to occur after someone makes a massive psychological shift and recreates a life that is engaging and purposeful. Those people who get rid of the source of the stress and take responsibility for their illness experience the greatest change. McTaggart suggests casual thoughts that run through our mind every day become our life intentions. We need to make sure that our thoughts support growth and development rather than diminish it. What happens if we don't have a plan? If you don't have a life plan, and most people don't, life comes to you and you flow with what comes. You can still start a business without a business plan. You can live life without a life plan. Without a plan, you let life happen to you. Take it as it comes. It is what it is. You may not like it and you see yourself as a victim of a bad life. But the truth is, life happens to you based on the vibrational space you are in. This is not a bad thing if your vibration is high. Unfortunately, letting life happen to you is a way of living that is highly susceptible to inner tapes and emotional blocks, keeping you stuck in unfortunate behavior in relationships. We are rarely aware of these and only find them when we start looking. My father calls living life without a plan the possum trot, moving from here to there, meandering about until you find something that looks good. You may even get to a place where you find yourself happy and content. Most often, you end up complacent in a mediocre life. Type A personalities, seekers and world changers, however, work better with a plan and to head them in the proper direction with intention and enthusiasm. Remember, a direct line is always the shortest way to the finish line. Once you set out on a deliberate path with a higher vibration, amazing changes begin to take place and you get where you want faster. It requires setting the GPS coordinates for your life, knowing and being grateful for already being there. Creating my perfect future. Recently, I sold my clothing business and found myself moping about thinking there must be something better, more, having greater significance in store for me. I'm here to do great things and I know I've not done it yet. I was also intensely connected or discontented. I was so intensely disconnected that I traveled to Rhythmia, a life advancement center in Costa Rica, to acquire some answers. I went specifically to get the answers about my future and my new business venture of coaching and healing, to find the next right steps. I participated in healing ceremonies and transformational breath work. Strangely, I mostly found myself healing others in the room. As much as that was a great honor and feeling satisfied, I started feeling sad as I was about to leave. Hey, what about me? I thought. I did not find the answers I was looking for. I nearly spent the whole time facilitating the healing of others. Camping out at an airport hotel to catch an early flight, I did one last meditation. My higher self responded, "You create what your perfect future is. Create a virtual vessel within which you put everything your heart desires. Fuel the vessel like a bucket, putting in one glorious thing at a time. Feel the emotion you want to experience, whether it be love, joy, or gratitude. When the bucket is filled up with the perfect components or elements and corresponding emotions, and it feels complete, give it up to the universe to make it happen." Right there in that hotel room, in my virtual world of meditation, I started with my ideal self and put in all the parts of me I currently love. My love of people, driving, and the ocean, my talents and preferences, appreciation for travel and beautiful spaces. I put in my knowledge and understanding drawn from a lifetime of experiences, both comfortable and uncomfortable. I put in my kids and family, grandkids whom I will welcome in the future. I added in my welcoming home, I added in my welcoming vintage home, cute Mini Cooper, curly hair, and vibrant health. I added in all aspects of who I currently am without removing anything. I consciously asked myself if there was anything I'd like to leave out, like my misophonia or sensitivity to sound. This sensitivity plagues me and makes me run from the kitchen when my husband eats. I walk away from people who are chewing gum. I sleep with earplugs and a pillow over my head to lessen the sounds of my husband's snoring. My condition is a real nuisance, but I decided that asking for hearing sensitivity to be removed might result in less keen hearing. The ability to hear intensely makes me a good listener. I notice sounds and am often elevated by them. Asking for keen hearing to go away did not seem like the best idea. My higher self was telling me, you are exactly how you need to be to get your job on earth done. I determined not to make any big changes, only to add to the vessel. I imagine this would be an excellent time for a person to take out the behaviors that don't serve their best interest, like smoking, drinking, eating bacon, and Doritos. Next, the fun part. I added in more moments of contentment, times when I laughed so hard I cried, more affection and love shared, significant experiences, and more joy. I conjured up all the contentment, love, and joy I could muster and added them to the vessel. Then I sent this vessel out to the universe with gratitude. Done. I moved on to create my perfect future contribution to the world, aka job or career. I added an element of traveling throughout the world while being paid well to do my favorite things, teaching and healing. I inserted a retreat center in the south of France. I included an element stating that, whatever happens, I do not want to haul a bunch of stuff with me. I want life to be simple and flow through me. Remember, I just sold a clothing business that required endless boxes of inventory, rolling racks, rolls of fabric, and tangled hangers. No, going forward, I wanted my arms free to hug people and love them. I asked that I provide healing for people quickly and easily, not wanting to be too costly for someone, nor require them to continually work with me for their healing or learning to occur. In and done. I set up the vessel to the universe with love and gratitude. Lastly, I spent time creating my retreat center in the south of France, 30 minutes from the Mediterranean Sea. I want it to be an old monastery or a building formerly used for some other purpose. I want a historic place where people come from all over the world to heal, be inspired, eat healthy food, learn to cook, enjoy lovingly made wines, and venture out on a bike ride to learn about the incredible history of France and the Cathars. I want a place that communities can visit to grow and learn together. I want this center to be a healing space full of light, love, and peace. I even threw in components like being U-shaped and having a courtyard where guests gather for yoga and meditation. I will have a pool and garden where people can let their mind and body wander. I requested it be sizable enough for 16 or more guests. This life-crafting meditation took about 2 hours of visualizing, conjuring up emotions of joy, love, and abundance, filling the vessels. Now I get to see what unfolds. Every day I move closer to this perfect future. I'm learning French and plan to visit France each summer to scope out possible locations. Every day I take an inspired step toward each of the 3 aspects of my future. It feels right. If you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you are right. Henry Ford. Essentially, I've established the deep GPS coordinates for my life transformed, my perfect life. I must still get in that car, turn on the ignition, and begin the journey. And just like driving, I will be given one turn at a time until I arrive at the destination. The path and guidance will unfold before me. In this book, I will teach you how to define your ideal future by identifying your heart's desire and creating a feng shui vision board with power intentions. This will become the map of your perfect life, the blueprint for the 0-point field to follow as it brings together everything needed to fulfill the ideal vision of yourself. A twist on goal setting. You might be wondering how intention setting is different from goal setting. We are not setting goals, but rather intentions, which are more open-ended. I am a big goal setter. Every New Year's Day, my kids and I go to our favorite coffee shop and have a goal review and setting party. We begin by reviewing how we did with last year's goals. It doesn't matter whether we achieved the goal, but it's fun to see how many actually came to pass. We then set new goals for the upcoming year. What you seek is seeking you. Rumi. Goals are much more specific than intentions we set in this program of creating our perfect life. Goals are more often tied to a particular outcome. In strategic business planning, we set SMART goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-sensitive. Using this type of goal provides key performance indicators by which we measure our progress. A goal of this type might be to sell $100,000 worth of yoga clothing through our online store in the next 2 months. This is fantastic when you are dealing with sales goals and marketing efforts, but too specific when designing the ideal life. Don't get me wrong, I still set goals all the time. For this life transformed process, however, I'm asking you to give the universe parameters that are a guideline or blueprint for the future, and let the power of the universe take care of the details. When you talk about your life and aspects thereof, You are best served by allowing the universe to play a role in achieving the desires related to each element, honoring the idea that we don't know exactly how it's going to happen or what the results will be. You are just planning or putting out there the elements you consider most crucial. You are setting intentions that contain the feeling and gratitude for them coming to fruition. This engages the power of the universe to make it happen and surprise you with the results. You are not attached to the results and refrain from having expectations. In this program, we don't set traditional goals. Instead, we create intentions. An intention is a gratitude statement with no link to an outcome. You put it out there to the universe and let go of the expectation of how it will turn out. We write 2 to 3 sentences in the positive as though the thing has already happened, not super specific, or add an element of or better at the end. These statements guide the universe without mandating or working out how or the details. How it happens doesn't matter. In fact, your mind cannot conceive of all the intricacies that must take place for you to manifest what you want. For you to have the job you want, for instance, someone else must give up their job to make room for you. Fortunately, that person's spouse just got a new job in another state, and he or she is forced to move and give up that perfect job. We cannot make this happen. It is the delicate orchestration of events that happen because we establish an intention with a pure heart and openness to receive, setting the magic of universal intelligence in motion. Your results cannot be dependent on specific people, paths, or details. You must let go of the details to allow amazing things to come about.